Don't forget that at the end of the day, if our franchisees aren't happy and if our customers aren't happy, we don't have a business.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Restaurants Reinvented. I am Jen Kern, your host here, and I'm so excited to kick off season 2. And today, I have here with me a very well-known and acclaimed leader in the restaurant business, Heather Lee Neary. I really want to thank you for helping us kick off this new season and joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's really exciting. So let's go ahead and dig in. What's going on with your franchisees, as much as you know so far? And what are some of the ideas you have, given the climate that we're in today, and maybe through the rest of the year, for making some process improvements and adjusting to, I don't want to call it the new normal. I just, like you said, like so many overused terms, but adjusting to the newish environment, right?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pieces to that question you just asked. So for us, one of the first things I've tackled is opening up our lobbies again. We'd had lobbies closed for the past year, so drive-through only, or you could walk in and order at the register, but you couldn't sit down and eat. And we kind of talked about that really closely. We went and did a lot of market visits in the markets where we operate, looked at what our competitors were doing, what, are their lobbies open? We just opened up our lobbies this week, actually. So it feels like a really big step forward. I was training at a store and a consumer came in, and it was an elderly gentleman, and he said, "Oh, I'm so glad to see your lobby open." He said, I come here every day. It was just a part of my routine to come and sit and talk to people that as they came in and talk to you and your crew. And that made me feel good because you don't realize some people don't have a lot of other personal interactions at home. Some people are, they live by themselves, they're elderly, they don't have a lot of other human interaction. And so maybe going to Taco Bell for lunch twice a week was a big part of their week, and that was gone for a while. So bringing back those small pieces and small nuggets of joy, I think, are really important.
Any other recommendations you would give to young women coming up in the workforce and looking to be, presidents of companies?
But I think setting your own goals is important, and being vocal about what your goals are. I joined Auntie Anne's in 2005. I remember my first month at Auntie Anne's, I was sitting down with my boss, who was the CMO at the time, and she said to me, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And I said, "In your seat." Looking back, it was probably, I could have been a little bit more polished in how I answered her question. But she understood the sentiment. And when she left the company in 2008, she recommended me as her replacement. So, I think being vocal about what you want is important. I had set a goal for myself. Again, my goal setting is notorious or infamous, whichever the case may be. But I think, being vocal about it's important, and being willing to hear feedback, even if it's not what you want to hear. I worked for Kat Cole for a number of years. She's another incredible leader in the restaurant business and in business in general. She's crazy smart. And she said something before: if somebody gives you criticism often enough, maybe you should think about it and believe it. And I'm paraphrasing it. It's not the exact wording. But when you get feedback about how you're performing and things you can do to improve, you can put up a wall and find reasons why that's not true, or that was just that situation. Or you can say, that's really interesting feedback. Let me think about what that really means and how I can apply that to become better. Finding mentors is important, finding multiple mentors, because each mentor brings something a little bit different to the table based on their own experiences. And I think having different mentors to give you different perspectives is a critical piece of the puzzle too. And raising your hand and asking for help is important.